Wow. Man, I don't even mean, I'm not, let me turn the heat down in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mean to hold y'all. I'm not going to talk too long. I don't even want to suggest I know this album this well this soon because that would be incorrect. Bars. Even though, you know what I mean. But Kendrick just dropped this sort of like we knew an album was coming, but he dropped it as a surprise, like he'd been doing all year. Um, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm on my third listen. And the first listen, with Kendrick, he's not the type that puts everything up that he's saying up front. Sometimes he can really sound like he's just saying stuff, but he's never just saying stuff. And I started to catch some of the things, and on the second listen, that's when it really started to hit home. I mean, saying to Snoop, I hope it was the edibles, and I let Lil Wayne down because of my hard work. There's all these different strays and bars, and it's like he walked into the saloon at the Western with the two guns on his hips, and you know how everybody stares each other down. And then they go back to playing cards and drinking and stuff, and he just decided, I'm going to just light the room up, okay? Now, granted, for those, this ain't like a diss album, but what I feel about it is the timing is perfect, right? This release period, Ice Cube dropped, Snoop dropped a new song, but there weren't like any big releases as far as albums go. But when you listen to some of Kendrick's words about kind of being disappointed in the fact that he got the Super Bowl and Nas was the only one that congratulated him, yet Kendrick is also taking shots at like Snoop for posting Taylor Made and stuff like that. So it's kind of like Kendrick's timing is just impeccable. And probably worse than anything is Drake, and more importantly, forget Drake, Jermaine, J. Cole, this week literally started to pop back out after, he released that apology to Drake basically, and people kind of gave him a lot of hell for it. And now that he's ramping up for his fall off and like, yo, here's J. Cole's version of 100 top for your head top or whatever that dumb whatever. And then Kendrick drops an album, and when I tell you, my social media flips from everything people are talking about to this album. That's crazy. So stay tuned on the channel. Obviously, I'm going to do a review and reaction of this album and where it ranks as far as best albums of the year. I want to make sure I give it a fair listen. As a Kendrick fan, I just don't want to assume it's great because, when your favorite drop, you just get excited. But I want to make sure, it's good like that. It's good, but, it is, man. Who am I talking? Who am I kidding? But also, it also squashes some of the things I did on my channel where, if you're interested, I did a review of the author of the De La Soul book, that De La Soul just kind of wish did never come out, and it's not really a controversial book, but I did an interview with him. So if you would like to hear him speak and you heard about the De La Soul situation, visit my YouTube channel, Hip Hop Now Pod, or you can just find Hip Hop Now podcast on any streaming platform. I'm gonna get back to this Kenny, whacked out murals, TV off, a little bit of one mic, Man in the Garden, little Nas one mic kind of feel, reincarnated, kind of like a Pac feel. And I'm talking about flows. It's a lot there. So we shall see. Peace.